Hello there everybody, this is Graham, also known as the Collect75, and welcome back to another Transformers review. For this review I'm going to be doing my knockoff mini Predacons review. Now I believe I showed these in another video. I think it was probably one of the ones where I just showed a load of knockoff figures I've been buying. A few people asked actually me to do a review on them, and I thought why not. So here we go. Now then, which figure to start with first? We're going to start. I think we're going to start with the worst and work our way up, I believe. Now I think I showed this before as being the worst figure, and it still is. This is going to be Rampage. We're going to start in their beast modes and work up to robot modes and so forth. Now this is his beast mode, if you can call it that. It's a shame because most of the others, I mean, they're all simplified versions of them because they're slightly smaller. They're about, don't know, maybe about 2/3 of the size of the originals. I think they would be probably just sort of scout-sized toys now. It was just a shame because they did a good job with Razorclaw, which is almost basically the same sort of toy. But then they went and made this complete hash. I mean, we're using the robot arms as the legs on the front here, and the robot legs just folded out as the back legs. Usually we'd find these are quite solid pieces of plastic, unfortunately, but we should have the beast legs hidden in here and they fold out. They just didn't bother doing that. The same with the front legs, they just didn't bother having them. It's a shame. We're going to transform it now. Things don't really get a lot better in robot mode, unfortunately. We just flip away the tail, fold his little feet out, one's a bit loose. Then we rotate him 180 at the waist. Rotate the little sort of arms down. Again, we don't have to flip out the fists, they're already flipped out. And that is it, unfortunately. As you can see in the animal head, we can see the robot head is here. Going to zoom, clear out all that. You can see it in there, but it's actually upside down in there. I'm sure I tried taking it apart. Can't actually remember if I did now to try and turn it out the right way. Which is a shame because really we should have the animal head there and then his head on top. I was going to try and do something with it, but I never got around to it. But anyway, it's a shame. This is the figure that lets this down, unfortunately. They do come with sort of like some little swords and that. It's all the same sword. You can put that in his little hand and put this little gun just in there. But that's as good as it gets, I'm afraid. A crying shame. Anyway. That's Rampage. We're going to move on to another one. This is Headstrong. It's not bad. We've got the little head there, full movement on the head. As you can see, it's got the same sort of legs as you would find on the original one. Unfortunately, with the arms, or the beast legs anyway, they don't fold out the chest no more. They just uses the robot arms. You can get away with that because it's smaller and simplified. You can actually fit his sort of weapon on the back here. It does fit on, much like the original, to give him the rocket launchers. Take that off. To transform it's much the same. Just fold out these parts and then just fold out these little orange legs. Move them up because there's a little sliding joint just there. I don't know if it's going to zoom in too well. And then we just fold them back into the legs. And then we stand him up, and that's basically it. There's the arms, and as you can see, his face is just tucked away inside this head now, whereas before it used to have a separate head that flipped up. So there we have it, his head is in there. It's actually stuck in at an angle, which is a bit of a pain in the arse. But there we go, it's still better than bloody Rampage. So, and again, they do come, not enough guns unfortunately, but it does come with some guns. You can put a little gun in his little hand. And these bits don't rotate anymore. But, you know, it doesn't look too bad. So we're going to put them down there. Who are we going to go for next? This is Tantrum. Yeah, I suppose some sort of bull. The horns have been put on the wrong way round on the beast head, but it's still a very good head sculpt for the beast. Uses the robot arms again as the front legs, and much the same as before on Headstrong. We have the legs like just hanging down here. And again, you can get his little foot, or Predaking's foot, and put him on the back here for the attack mode. There we go. So we're going to take that off, and then we're going to transform this fella into robot mode. Pull him out, and then just fold away these legs into the back there. Turn him over, put the little arms down. I forget this is the front, isn't it? This arm's a little bit loose. I could probably tighten it. It's probably got a screw just inside if I wouldn't take it apart. Let me just rotate the head round and put it down, much like the original. It's not bad. I might try taking this actual head apart, see if I can put these bloody horns on the lighter around. I don't know, because it looks a bit funny, to be honest. But yeah, there we go. It's not bad. I haven't put my own Decepticon insignias. I was going to put some G2 ones on this, but I haven't for a reason. And if it pans out, I'll show you that in another video. But I haven't really decided. I was thinking about putting these on eBay, but I think I'm going to keep them. So there we go. So that's, I forget the names, Tantrum. There we go. And now we move on to two of the more okay-ish ones. This is Divebomb. Still very good. There we go. Get a look at the head sculpt there. Not bad. It has the wings. Unfortunately, the wings only have one bit of articulation now. It's just here. Doesn't bend no more here. And doesn't have the little feet for him to stand up on. And this backpack is very, very loose. I could tighten up just a little bit of super glue on the joint that holds it in. This doesn't look too bad. You can get away with that, being Divebomb, swooping around. Pretty good. Yeah, the arms no longer sort of fold away and tuck into the body, but you know, it's alright, we get away with that. Alright, to transform this guy, much the same really, we just fold out the legs. Ooh, a little bit tight in there. There we go. Just put them down. There we are, that's about it really, and we just push this up to that position. If you want, you can, there's a little orange tab in here which is going to connect, I don't know if you're going to be able to see it just there. Just fold that back, and we can put the head right up if you wanted to, but I quite like leaving it at an angle like that, just to give him a better look. And then we've got his little arms. There. And that's it, that's Divebomb in robot mode. You can take the little guns off the wings and put them in his hands if you want, but yeah, you could do. But there we go, that's Divebomb in robot mode. It's actually quite good, I do like it. And probably one of the better ones, but the best one is actually this next figure, which is going to be, if I can stand Divebomb up, he doesn't want to stand, his legs can be a little bit of a nightmare. There we go. And the best one is this one, which is Razorclaw, of course. Very, very good. The only bits I can see where they've scrimped on is actually the arms. You can see they don't push in and tuck away into the body no more, but it's almost a faithful representation actually. It's got a great head sculpt. If it's going to zoom in on that, I don't know if it will. But as you can see, I believe the mouth does open as well. There we go. So the mouth opens. You can see Razorclaw's head tucked away there, which was like what they should have done with bloody Rampage. That's articulated little feet, just like the original, on the back, and he's got his little tail. And if we get this weapon, this is a simplified weapon. It should have sort of like, these bits should move around to here and reveal a double barreled for this particular mode, but it doesn't. They just have the single gun, and it does fit on the back. There we go. Alright, so we're going to transform this into robot mode. Flip the little tail away, straighten out the legs. These little red legs just flip back into there, exactly like they do on the original. And then we fold out the robot halves of the legs, there we go, and then we just go in here, try and get these little orange tabs out, which are the little toes for the robot, and we turn him like that way, and then we get this little robot, sorry, not the robot head, we get the beast head. Start flipping this down, and then once it gets to a certain point we need to spin it around. You've got to be careful. Actually, let me do it up here because it's a bit better, easier. Let me bring it down, push it into place, flip up the little robot head, there he is, and that's Razorclaw in robot mode. Unfortunately, on this version, the legs don't flip up all the way to the shoulder. Bit unfortunate, so I just sort of put them at an angle. I think I'll turn this round actually, like that, and then they go down a little bit further. Like that. It takes a bad look off the back, but it's still pretty good. Unfortunately, you can't put this in the little holes like you could on the original. Bit of a shame. But still, overall, looks very good. It's got a great little head sculpt on there. I'm going to zoom in too well. There we go. It's not bad actually as a simplified form. Let me get like just a quick size comparison. Let me get my tracks down here. There he is. So it's almost the same size as a deluxe toy, nearly. You've got to think the others were a bit bigger than this, but it's still quite a cool toy. Right, so what we do is we start with Razorclaw here. Quite easy really. We just get the Predacon head, or Predaking head rather. Not a bad little head sculpt, looks quite good. And we just simply stick that over there, like that. And then the next thing we do is I actually like to turn these arms this way. So we have these shoulder sort of like cannons pointing outwards. I'm hoping to get some of the crazy Devi parts for Predaking. I'm hoping they do a nice little set of the shoulder sort of like mounted cannons, because the ones on the actual Razorclaw toy like this are very short and stubby and don't actually just point straight up. So I'm hoping they do them. That would be fucking brilliant. The next thing we do is we need to spin this 180 at the bloody waist and then turn this around, I believe. Oh no, I think that's the right way actually. Right, so we've got that there. Right, in position, like that. Then we just fold away the little toes, fold them into the body, and like so. Now then, I believe they don't actually, these legs on the original are supposed to spring outwards, but they don't on this one. Bit annoying. But there we go. Right, I'm going to leave that there. I'm going to go onto the legs first of all. Oh, pardon me. Alright, so we're going to start here with Headstrong. Take that little gun out of his hand. Close it up there, like that. Push that forward. Push the arms down like that. And that's basically it. Then we get this little section here, which is his foot stand. And then we just pop it in. Now they should sort of go into those little slots. It does have a couple of little slots, but it don't go in there too well. But it ends up looking a bit like that. You just got to hope for the best with that one. And then we're going to put him down there. And we come on to Tantrum. Much again, you just push the head forwards like that. Close up these sections like that. And then have the hands down the side. And then get these. Got two little holes just in there. 2 tabs there. Pop that in. And there we have it. Then we get our little Predaking. And then we've got a little hole there in the back. Just there. And then these 2 tabs are going to slot into either one. I haven't noticed a proper way that you're supposed to do it, but I think they're pretty ambidextrous, that you can put them both on different sides maybe. There we go. They do have a bit of a conflict where they do hit each other because you can't pull the torso bits out here on Razorclaw. So they do end up hitting each other, unfortunately. But that's him so far. Right, so then we're going to do the arms. Here we come to the crappy Razorclaw. I'm going to take this little sword out and a little gun. Push the little head forward. So it finally looks almost right. Put the arms down to the side. Then we're going to close up the legs. Sorry, I was almost on camera then. I'm going to close up the legs like so. Do we need to rotate them? I think we do. I can't really remember. But we're going to anyway. Going to rotate them. Now then, we have to get one of the hands. Which one is it? I believe it's this one, or is it? No, it's this one. This one has 2 sort of like longer pegs than is for Divebomb, and he has a hole on the inside here and the hole on the inside just there. And then we just have to separate the legs enough just to get them in. Once they're in, he's fine. Then he has a little tab just on the back here. It'll actually be a bit of a pain to get that out. I remember actually last time when we got these out. Do you want to come out? So we're going to use something. Get the fucker out. There we go. Right, so the little tab is out. Now then. Little bastard. You don't want to go back. Right. He becomes the left arm, I believe. Yeah, left arm of Predaking. And he sits nicely in there like that. Then we're going to come to Divebomb. Things are looks a bit lopsided for some reason. So we're going to take these off here, spin him around 180 at the waist, fold the little tab out, I just like to put the head kind of at an angle, fold the little legs away like so, fold that down, and that's it. Then we get the little hand again, much the same as with Rampage. We have to get this little bloody bit in here. It can be a bit tricky, but it can be a bit tricky on the original G1 one as well actually. Do you remember that the first time I come across it? I found it was a bit fucking stupid, the way that it was, but it does sort of go in there. Close that back up, and then we get our Predaking. Shove that in there, and it looks pretty good. Then we get the wings, and on the back here we open up this tab, and then he has, much like the original, got a nice little hole just in there, and this just slots straight in. What I actually like to do, there we go, it doesn't go in there too well, is I like to, actually I'm going to take these guns off because I've never liked the guns off on that in Predaking mode, so I'm going to take these off for a minute. There we go, open them out. Yeah, so what I like to do is pop that in and then just prop it up with these bloody feet so we can get them holding it in place there. There we go. And it just gives it a bit of extra stability. And then we get this gun, and that goes into that little hole on the back of Divebomb, giving him that classic Predaking look. And it's actually pretty good. It's, for what it is, I can't remember how much it cost me now. I got this from KO Toys, and I believe they've still got some. So if you really did want it, that's where you could get it from. It's not bad. It's a good substitute, but to be honest, you're not going to beat the real thing, to be honest. Now, let's do a little size comparison. We've got Trax down here. There he is, with a deluxe size toy. Put him there, and then I'll tell you what, oh, brilliant. We're going to get my Cassette Man. So I've still got him down here. Here he is, a nice G1 figure, as you can see. Yeah, it's not bad really. I don't usually go for undersized sort of knockoffs really. I prefer oversized because bigger is always better. Oh, pardon me. But still a very good toy. Yeah, I've got loads of knockoffs now, so like I say, I'm going to keep this and just put it with all my others. Yeah, pretty damn good one. Right, that's been Graham, a Collector 75, and I shall see you all next time. Bye for now.